My mom texted me, "We changed the locks and the gate code. We don't trust you anymore." I stared at it, not because I was shocked, but because it sounded so polished, like I wasn't her son, like I was a problem being removed. So I wrote back, "Understood." Then I canceled the mortgage payment. They could lock me out, but I was the one paying $1,800 a month on the house they'd handed to my sister. I'd done it for 4 years. Mortgage, utilities, insurance, repairs, my money, my credit. My sister always had some new emergency. Car debt, car trouble, daycare, groceries. I covered all of it because I thought that was what family did. Looking back, I wasn't helping a family. I was funding people who had trained me never to say no. The first crack showed up on Facebook. My parents posted a smiling photo in front of the house with my sister and her kids. The caption said they were proud of her for building a future and that the home was in the right hands. No mention of me. A few days later, I called the bank. The mortgage was still in my name, but someone had tried to change the primary contact to my sister. That same afternoon, I found $2,400 missing from my account. She had used my card again. I texted her, "Did you use my card?" She wrote back, "Don't make this a thing. We needed groceries and the kids needed shoes." Then my mom jumped in. "Your sister is under pressure. Don't start drama over a few dollars." Then the family group chat turned into a joke about me being the wallet. My cousin asked if I could pay his loans too. My dad said maybe someone should name a kid after me to keep the donor happy. Nobody defended me. I blocked them all. But Friday was the moment that killed the lie. I was in the backyard cutting grass. The kitchen window was open. I heard my mom and sister laughing inside. My sister said, "Did you see his face when I told Aunt Karen the house was mine? He just stood there like a puppy." My mom laughed. "It's almost done. Once the paperwork goes through, he can't say anything." Then my sister said the line that finished it. "He's not family anymore. He's just a sponsor." I didn't walk in. I didn't yell. I just stood there crushing a water bottle in my hand. That was when I realized I had been paying for my own humiliation. I kept wondering how long they had been talking about me like that when I wasn't there. A week later, I got invited to my mom's 60th birthday. I didn't RSVP. I prepared. I printed a ledger of everything I had paid. Over $311,000. I saved screenshots, bank records, transfer paperwork, and the audio from that open window. At the party, my sister gave a speech about sacrifice. Then my mother took the mic and said she was proud the home would stay in the right hands. That's when I stood up. I walked to the projector. I plugged in the drive. Then I hit play. First, my mom's voice filled the room. "He's not family anymore." Then my sister, "He's just a sponsor." The room went dead. A glass slipped. Someone gasped. My sister's smile vanished. Then the screenshots came up. Then the bank records. Then the payment ledger. Month after month. Check after check. I held up the invoice. "If the house is hers, then so is the debt." My sister snapped. "Are you serious?" "Completely," I said. "Unless you want to call it theft." My mother hissed. "It was a gift." I said, "Funny. I don't remember signing a gift letter. I remember signing checks." My dad stood up and I turned to him. "You want to discuss the loan paperwork you filed with my name attached? Because I brought that too." He sat back down. Then the doors opened and my grandfather walked in. He looked at my father and said, "You raised a thief and a coward." Nobody moved. Then he looked at me. "The trust is yours now. I removed her name last week." My sister grabbed the back of a chair. My mom looked like the floor had vanished. This was the moment I understood they never thought I'd say a word in public. Grandpa said, "You want a legacy? Earn it." I set the invoice on the gift table. Then I said, "You changed the locks. I changed my future." And I walked out. 2 days later, their lawyer called. He said they wanted this handled quietly. He offered me a settlement. I said, "Full repayment, every cent, or I file everything." 72 hours later, the wire hit my account. $311,115.84. No apology, no accountability, just money. Honestly, that told me everything. They knew what they had done. They just thought it only mattered if outsiders saw it. I moved into a quiet apartment after that. No group chat, no emergency calls, no fake concern. What hurt was being treated like an ATM with a pulse. What healed me was finally believing what they had already said out loud. I was never family to them. I was a funding source. Sponsors get canceled. Sons walk away.